Good morning. Welcome to Presence of Light with Charlie Riverman Bergeron. It's always a joy and a pleasure for me to be here and greet you on Friday morning here in the United States, in York, Maine, the southwestern coast of Maine, which sounds a little strange. Maine's a big state. And we're actually in the southwest coast, which is, if you follow the currents, Maine goes way out into the Atlantic Ocean. So I always find it funny when I say that. Morning, Margaret. Welcome to, I see there's 14 people. I'm getting pretty good at figuring out where stuff is. After 100 and something shows, you'd think I would know this by heart. I'm still a silly human, and today's talk is almost paradise, and I can't express what an amazing day it has already been, and I expect more to come. So with that said, Joelle, good morning. The interesting part of this journey this morning actually started last night, and when I awoke this morning, it was just profound. I woke up and I didn't want to get out of bed, so I did get out of bed, and what happened was all around the new moon, which is a super new moon. And it's, for me, it's been a moon of opportunity. This is how I saw it coming, manifesting. This is how I embraced it as I went to bed last night. I said, let's dance our way onto the new moon, filling our hearts with joy. That's what I posted on Facebook last night when I went to bed. And I really felt that uplifting energy of this super moon. Good morning, Angelina. So as I said this morning, I woke up and I was just called to just, what time is it? And I picked up my phone and it was 6:37, the exact time of the new moon here, well, I guess everywhere, 6:37 this morning. And I was like, okay. I got the message. We're online. We're connected. Divine Mother, Divine Father, saints, angels. I'm in. I'm with you. And so I ask each of you today to tap into that energy of this new moon and embrace it as a real powerful opportunity for change. And I want you to truly embrace the energies. So as I, deepened into what was this all about, the message came through that we're never not connected to our higher source. And those who we may not see or feel energetically, but want to communicate with us. So there's a deepening today of many of the things that we've been working with, that we've been listening to, that we've been sharing, and that in spite of everything that we've been through, there's a new opening. And this is how I see it. There's a new opening, a shift of energies that are allowing us now to tap in easier or more easily. And so right now, there's no greater time for any of us to hear that we are loved. And this is what the message is coming through, and came through last night, came through this morning, is that we are loved. It doesn't matter what you believe in. It doesn't matter what name you apply to your belief system. What matters is how your heart is resonating with that energetic information. And so when we look around the world, what we do is we see this steep journey of darkness. We see destruction. We see what appears to be malicious and willful damaging of our planet. We see hatred and violence and prejudice. We see children that are hungry and have no education. When we look at this, this is a very, very, very dark sky, much like the dark sky last night without the supermoon. It was dark. But in that darkness, if you looked at the sky last night, there were hundreds of stars. And every star in that sky is a beautiful light. And what the message is the sky is a mirror for us when it's in the new moon. And when we look into that new moon energy of the darkness of the sky, every star, every single star you see is a reminder of who we are and how powerful our light is. How many millions of miles away has that light come to shine for us, to remind us? It's real simple, just to remind us that we are the stars here on Earth. As this process was rolling through my head, all of a sudden the song Almost Paradise comes into my mind, my human mind. And if many of you remember, it's the love song from Footloose, which was a movie in 1984. I remember my daughter was very little and she loved all of that. And so what I remember was the uplifting music and the song, because it was really a love song. And the story was really about a town that had vanished or outlawed dancing and rock and roll. And a young boy or a young man moved there. And how was he going to survive in this environment where what he felt was his passion was being taken away from him? The analogy of that with what's happening to us as humans now is really powerful. Things are being taken away from us. And all of us are questioning, how are we going to make it? Now, trust me, this is a gift. This is a gift of communication. And when I looked up the words of the song, what I realized was I took some of the words and they were so apropos to what we're going through. And the words are these: almost, I'm not going to sing it because that would be a little too much. Almost paradise. We're knocking on heaven's door. Almost paradise. How could we ask for more? And another section is, it seems like perfect love's so hard to find. I'd almost given up. You must have read my mind. And all these dreams I saved for a rainy day, they're finally coming true. I'll share them all with you, because now we hold the future in our hands. Because now we hold the future in our hands. And here was this love scene where everything that it was coming together in spite of all the challenges and difficulties. That's what this new moon is expressing to me. And I in turn express to you. And it was a very familiar chord when I read those words. And that's why today's talk is really named Almost Paradise. We're almost there. I know there's a long way to go. And I know we as humans think in great distances and how do we get from here to there? But in the world of energy, it's that far away. Okay? And that's what you have to remember. Everything is at your fingertips. In the world of energy, there is no distance as we know it. It happens immediately when we have a collective energetic pattern that comes together in synchronicity. And that's what we're doing now. We're synchronizing. Many of us are synchronizing. We may not know each other, we may not live near each other, but on an energetic level, a divine energetic level, we're synchronizing. And we're enhancing each other's ability to manifest. You sound full of love for Allah. I'm full of love for everything. And this is what I want to share with each of you, is that everything is filled with love. And when we can tap into that love, then everything automatically comes into synchronicity. So right now we seem to be fighting powers that are trying to rule us, trying to manage our lives, trying to force us into certain patterns and certain lifestyles that we may not really be desiring. We can understand there's some benefit to these things, but in the long run, we realize that with every move we make towards them, we lose something, and we lose something precious. And that though the people who are in these rulership positions are creating episodes of fear in which we lose our own ability to love. Because when we go into fear, it shuts down our heart, and we're not able to fully embrace love at its highest level. And so we only let these trickles out. So my encouragement for you today in this new moon is to dance and sing and fill your hearts with the flowing energies of paradise, because we're almost there. I know it may take lifetimes, that may be the distance, but in our real lifetimes, in our energetic lifetimes, it's only a moment away. So these are amazing times, and we're here for the children of the world. They're watching, they're waiting for us, they're waiting for a signal from us to say that their family is still here. Okay? And it's our responsibility to show them who we are. We need to be the person in our own neighborhood who steps up and expresses our joy and laughter and our willingness to learn to live in a world that might be what we call paradise. They're watching us. They're very, very keen. They're very alert. I see babies in mother's arms, and I make eye contact with these babies. There's a deeper, deeper individual soul in that child's body. And when they make that connection with you, they recognize you as the light that you are, because they don't have any teaching of who's good, who's bad. They don't know what color you are. They have no concept of color. But when they look in you and they smile at you, they're acknowledging their oneness. And this is what we need to do, is shine our light even brighter, so that all of these children, young children that are being born and coming into this world, recognize and say, this is not a place of fear. This is a place of love. So with that said, what were the numbers for today? The number 637 was the new moon, okay? And it breaks down to the number 7. So for the number 7, I brought through these words from several readings. These are the words that came through me. Collective consciousness, spiritual enlightenment, inner strength, manifestation. The next 4 are soul mission, life purpose, inspiration, and communication. I didn't understand, but they come in 4s. I look at it now as the 4 directions, but I also see it as the number 8 as being the 8-pointed star. Okay, and when I married those 2 4s together, these are the words that came through me. And what if we were to focus more on moving forward rather than dwelling in and releasing the past? Let us co-create a brand new collective consciousness which places our soul missions first. Let us make spiritual enlightenment our life purpose. Let us gather our inner strength and share it with others through inspiration. Let us manifest better communication at all levels of our interactions with all life. Just feel that. Let us manifest. Let us communicate. Let us become collectively aware of our soul mission and purpose as a whole, not as just individuals, each doing our own thing, but how do we bring this together? And this is what the new moon is guiding me to bring forth, is to how do we begin this journey of weaving this new fabric, this new field of energy that's the key to our future and our children's future. Interesting card. I love these sacred space meditation cards. And it doesn't say what this is. It's just, it has a NASA space thing, NGC 3314. Okay, means nothing to me, but it's beautiful. It's a beautiful vision of what's out there beyond our dark sky, beyond our stars, beyond our Milky Way. And that light is also shining forth and reaching us. The card is change. And it says, change is a permanent law of the universe. I am blessed by Source to make my change for the better. And that's just what I was talking about. Let us realize that we're all a work in process. People will say progress. I'm saying in process. We're processing. We're processing information now at rates that are unbelievable for humans. Just as the artificial intelligence around the world gathers information and processes it quicker, so are we. That is only a model of who we are. And when we look at the wonders of what's been done with AI, I always say, see this little brain up here? That's the original AI. Okay? And it still will out-process all of that. It's just that they've taken that and made it focus in one area, where this brain, our AI here, focuses on everything. And they'll never make this. They can't. It's impossible. Because this was made by Creator. This is who we are. And so it's up to us to show our willingness to utilize every wave of the information that this brain can possibly process. And be the creator beings we truly are. That's what we are. We're creator beings. And we hold the future in our hands, each one of us. And we're on our way to reestablishing paradise. Yeah, almost paradise. I know. Doesn't sound real, doesn't sound like it's happening. We have storms, we have fires, we have famine, we have drought, we have all of this challenge and all of this difficulty. And yet, part of it is for us to teach us that no matter what happens, to not lose faith, to not lose our ability to tap into this well of our hearts and bring forth more love, more compassion, more understanding. And know that in that process, the evolution of this planet and the evolution of human conscious awareness will occur as it was designed to occur, as it's being co-created right now by all of us. And for us to remember that we are spirit in human form. We are the light that cannot be diminished. And we are the ones we have been waiting for. You've heard it. You've heard it 1,000 times. I'm not the only one who's talking this. I'm not the only one that is expressing this. Love is all that matters. Thank you, Kylie. Yes, love is all that matters. And you are that love, each one of you. And I just want to share with you that in this moment, we can all gather in our hearts. And in honor of the full moon, or the new moon rather, I pulled a Kuan Yin card, Kuan Yin Oracle card. And no chance here. It's the blessings of the Moon Maiden. This is the synchronicity. This is what's happening. All of us are gathering together in the heart space to encourage and strengthen each other. And so the reading of this card is one about abundance and replenishing and creation. And it reads, the Moon Maiden with her lucky hair brings auspicious tidings of prosperity and abundance to you now. The universe seeks to replenish, restore, and create through you. Allow yourself to receive beyond what you have thought is possible by opening your heart with gratitude now. Let the blessings of good fortune from the beloved Maiden of the Moon, Kuan Yin, flow easily into your life now. It's an amazing journey, and each one of us are not going to regret anything that we do that comes from our heart. Yes, we may receive some blowback. People don't want to accept it. Some people will deny us. Some people will call us crazy. Some people will say we don't believe in their creator. All of that is not important. What is important to humanity right now is that we all come together from the heart, open our hearts, keep them open as much as we possibly can. And I know many of you suffer a lot of pain. But the question for me arose this morning, do we keep focusing on the suffering and releasing? Or do we now shift our focus to the possibilities, to the endless possibilities of creating paradise here on earth? And I think that's what today represents for me, is a turning point in my life as one of many where I renew my relationship to paradise and my beliefs about paradise and my understanding of what paradise might be. At the end of the Kuan Yin, it reads, "Gently close your eyes and imagine you are in a mystical place with a full moon in deepest night, shining brightly. Imagine Kuan Yin dancing with beautiful light all around her. Lotus blossoms pouring from her feet and golden light shining towards you from her hands. Imagine offering her your negative beliefs from your journal, from your memories. You can even read them aloud to her if you wish. Allow her to shine golden light from her hands, flooding these beliefs with light and transforming them into positive energy. Imagine the lotus blossoms of her feet tickling the crown of your head as she sends the healed positive energy back to your heart chakra. Imagine breathing it in, and when you are ready, you may like to say a simple thank you, or perhaps something similar to this prayer I'm going to read. I now choose to release negative energy, negative beliefs, and negative memories connected with abundance, money, relationships, success, and well-being. I offer these for healing to beloved Moon Maiden Kuan Yin. May she turn the heaviness of those offerings into golden light. May I receive this golden light into my heart. Good fortune and blessings flow to me now. May I share as I receive. May I flow with joy, abundance, and divine grace. Through the blessings of the divine Kuan Yin, so be it. Bless you all, and thank you for being here today. Knowing that this is a step-off point for all of us. Somebody wanted me to write some of the writings that I wrote, and I will do that. I will post that here. And I will just do and remind you all that I have a blog page where in a few days this will all be written, my notes. I post these talks with my notes and links to see them or hear them if you wish. You can always revisit them here on Humanity Healing. And it's important for all of us now to step up and step out and share what messages we receive. So just as I awoke this morning and received these messages, so too are you receiving messages. And I ask you not to deny them any longer, to know that this is your beloved guides, angels, saints, God, Goddess, be it Allah, Jesus, be it whoever you believe in. Know that beyond those words that we call them and describe them, beyond all of the books that are written about them, they are real. And they all want you to open your heart, no matter how it's ever been expressed to you in your life, no matter what stories have been told. The time now is for us to directly connect. We don't need anybody interfering with the messages. I love you. I thank you. I respect you. I am you. You are me. We are unity. And with that, I'm complete. And I'm going to post that. I think I've posted. I don't know if it did or not, but that's okay. Have a great week. Know that you're loved. Know that you are loved. And above all, look in the eyes of the children and see yourself. See your own innocence and know that each one of us have a responsibility to these new children to remind them that we are their family. Love you all, and enjoy whatever it is you're doing. Till next week. Bye-bye.